Yo, what is up guys? Today I'm gonna be giving you the ultimate beginner's guide to Zilean. This champion is amazing. His kit is ridiculous and it's gonna be one of the most interesting supports that has been introduced to Wild Rift. And I'll tell you all the ins and outs that you need to know about this champion in today's video. So let's get into it. First things first, passive. There's a lot of stuff written here, but basically below here you can see you're stacking something. This something is experience points. And the higher level you are, the more experience points you stack. And then what you can do with it is you can detonate it. And I cannot show you here because I have dummies, but I'll show you here. You can see over here, there's stacks. Let me go back in the video. When you have enough stacks to level up one of your allies, so like right now, there's enough stacks to level up this guy, the Jax. What's gonna happen is there's gonna appear a button over here. You'll be able to see it. Funny thing, this looks like Zaya from Honor of Kings, who has a similar skill, but whatever. We're not talking about that. If you click on that button, as you can see what's happening, you and the ally are gonna gain bonus experience. And you can do this multiple times. This is extremely powerful. Because what's gonna happen is you're stacking up this XP, you can constantly level up one of your allies. Let's say you're playing with a Lee Sin in your jungle and he's close to leveling up. He can very quickly gank you and you can just allow him to level up. Then you're gonna have enough experience again to level up your ADC. Mind you, when you're leveling up your teammates, you are also gaining XP. So this way, you can very rapidly get yourself and your teammates onto the late game, right? Like get them to higher levels. This is extremely useful with champions that wanna level up. Kill. Think about kill with this. So Zilean plus kill could be a disgusting little combo. So that's the passive. Next up, first ability. So the first ability is a bomb. You throw a bomb and it takes a bit of time, and then after the time charges, boom, it detonates. This bomb, if you throw it on an enemy champion, it gets stuck on them. So it just goes on them. Funny thing, it can also get stuck on yourself. That is hilarious. And it can get stuck on teammates. So think about what you can do with this. You can throw it on yourself, for example, jump in and just explode it on the enemy. So you can put it on your Vi, for example, and then allow your Vi to ult into the enemy and boom, it explodes and it does a lot of damage. Another thing that you need to know, and it's going to be interesting to see what it does when I throw it on myself, you cannot throw a double bomb on yourself. You can! Okay, you can. I thought you couldn't. So basically, if you throw a double bomb on yourself, it will stun the enemy. And it's a weird interaction, weird way how it works. But essentially, the one that you're going to be using the most is throwing it on an enemy, and then throwing another one, and then it explodes and it slows all of them. It explodes and it stuns all of them. Apologies. This is where the power of the bomb comes from. You're going to throw it on the enemy, and then you have two charges anyway. So before it explodes, right there I was not in time, but now in time, before it explodes, throw another one, and then it's gonna explode and stun the enemy. Something you have to understand is you have to be very close to the middle. Like now it works, as you can see, but if I throw it on him like this, and then, you know, like this, it doesn't work. You really have to be super close to the bomb detonating, and only then does it work. If you throw two bombs on top of each other, it doesn't stun. It has to be on an enemy. Also, when it's over here, and someone walks over it, it sticks to them. These are sticky bombs. So the thing you have to understand about these bombs is you have to utilize them. Like this is a perfect choke point, for example. Imagine there is a fight happening over here. The enemies want to chase down your teammates. All you're gonna do, boom. One of the enemies walks into it, and then boom, you're gonna stun that enemy with another bomb on top of them. Not only will you stun them, the other bomb is gonna do damage again. So like you're gonna do double damage with it. So important things to understand. Second ability, this one is one of the most interesting abilities I've ever seen. This ability, just to show you, it's gonna buff you and a teammate, give you movement speed, and increase projectile speed. So as you can see, normally my bomb is a bit slow, right? It takes a bit of time. But when you activate the second ability, all projectile speed of any ability is gonna be increased for you and the ally. So think about it. If you buff a Jinx, who has lethal tempo, who has activated her passive after killing an enemy, she's gonna become beyond the machine gun. If Jinx ults, that ult is gonna be increased. If Misfortune ults, You know what I mean? So this ability is gonna be a game changer. Absolute game changer. For 3 seconds does it increase projectile speed. Absolute disgusting ability. Disgusting. This is gonna make or break Zilean. And not only does it do that, it also reduces Zilean's cooldowns, or should I say, makes time go faster. Because if I go to no zero cooldown, if I use these abilities, the first ability and the third ability, when you activate second ability, as you can see, the cooldowns get reduced, and I'll have another first ability, and then another one, and then third ability, and then I can use these again. And then mind you, again, remember, during the second ability, everything is going to be faster. So, and also it gives shielding. This ability gives shielding to you and your ally. Another bonus. So, extremely strong ability. Let's say it like that. Another thing as well, the third ability. I just told you the second ability is the most interesting thing I've ever seen. The third ability actually beats that. So you may be wondering, like, why is this interesting, this ability? Well, let me tell you why it's interesting. And I'm going to get a video from Skin Spotlights right here. And I'll show you. This ability slows projectiles. And on the channel of Skin Spotlights, as you can see, this is from his channel. You can see when a Misfortune ults, for example, you will slow the projectiles. When an Ashe, here he shows it as well, is attacking, you see how these projectiles get slowed? And you may be wondering, like, how is this useful? Because the projectiles are slowed, I'm gonna get hit anyways. Well, number one, it allows you to dodge more easily. Number two, it gives a lot more time to counter it. So jump away from it, dodge away from it, run away from it, put yourself in stasis. Imagine an enemy Fizz is ulting you. You are a teammate, and you counter it with Zilean's third ability. Your team is gonna have more than enough time to dodge it away. Imagine. Oh, also, it doesn't only slow projectiles, it also slows enemies. Imagine, your team is taking Baron. Baron is almost dead. Enemy wants to steal it. Boom! You're gonna put down the third ability, and for like 3 seconds, or 2.5 seconds I should say, it's gonna be miserable for them trying to steal it, right? Vi is trying, actually Vi will be able to ult through it because she's unstoppable, but Lee Sin is trying to engage. He used his first ability on the Baron. He's going on it, but boom! He cannot go on it because it's gonna take way too long for him to get it. So you can use this to block smiting, right? Like blocking the enemy jungler, preventing them from smiting. And I know some of you guys are wondering, by the way, no, it does not slow turret projectiles. I'm gonna show you guys because some people are gonna want to see this. But no, it doesn't. It just slows enemy projectiles and enemy movement speed. Now onto the ultimate. I like to call this the Guardian Angel. This thing, you can put it on an ally, for example. And as you can see, 5 seconds long, they're gonna have like a bone plating thing around them. It looks similar to bone plating. You can put this on an ally, or you can put this on yourself. What is this? Oh, if you bring it here, it puts it on yourself. That's funny. But you can also just click on it, and then it puts it on yourself. However, it depends on which setting you have turned on for healing enemies. So, ally buff target, this one, the ally buff targeting. If you have this on lowest health percentage or low health absolute, what's going to happen is if there's an ally close to you and you auto aim this ability, it's actually not going to go on yourself. It's like killed ultimate. But if you do want it to go to yourself, you can also drag it all the way to the top here, as you can see, and then it's automatically going to put it on yourself. Now you're wondering, what does this ability do? Well, let me show you. I'm going to die, but before dying, I'll use this ability so you can see what it does. So I'm going to use it now. Boom. 3 seconds, I'm going to revive. And then I revive like a Guardian Angel. You actually revive with very low mana. The only reason my mana went back up is because I have 0 cooldown turned on. So this is a game changer. Basically similar to Kill Ultimate, but it's like giving your allies a Guardian Angel. For 5 seconds, your ally gets a Guardian Angel. Now think about it. Your Volibear dives in, right? Your Volibear dives in. He's about to die. Boom! You put him in Guardian Angel, and then, depending on the level of this ability, because I'm level 14 right now, and now I'm level 15, this ability will heal you by a lot. So let me show you, actually. I'm going to show you. So I'm going to die here. So take a look. Look at how much healing it gives me now. Because I leveled it fully, 2086. And because I have AP, the heal skills with AP. 2000 healing is going to be almost full HP for any ADC. And it's also going to be a substantial healing for any tank. So this ability, you want to use it like last second. You really don't want to use it on yourself. It's like similar to Lulu ultimate or whatever. You really want to use it on an ally. And whenever you have a Zilean in your team, you always want to engage like crazy. If you know Zilean is going to ult you, just engage suicide, get the Zilean ultimate, revive, and then just keep going in the fight. Regarding combos, there's really not many crazy combos this champion has. The only thing I would say that is important is use your first abilities and third ability before your second ability. Because obviously your second ability refunds, again, not refunds, it accelerates the cooldown to make it faster. So you want to use this, activate your third ability and then second ability. Also make sure you activate the second ability close to your ally because it will buff your ally as well. Similar to Nyla's second ability, not only does it buff you, it also buffs your ally. Remember, it doesn't just give a shield to your ally, it makes them faster and it increases their projectile speed. Very, very important. So imagine an Ezreal ultimate being 60% faster. It's gonna be a whole lot easier for him to hit his ultimate during the Zilean buff, right? So those are the most important things to understand about Zilean. Now I'm gonna talk about building Zilean. About the build, there's a lot of stuff to talk about and to dissect. While we go to the build, I want to remind you that I am doing a skin giveaway this month. All you have to do to enter is put down a comment under this video. I will pick the winners in a couple of hours in a new video tomorrow. What is this? For May. So for June, there's a new gift. Who's gifting me stuff? Wait, how do I? Miho Di Luffy gifted me the Zilean skin. Hey, that's sweet. Thank you so much, Miho. That is sweet. Thank you. Hey, let's let her know. Accept. Happy birthday, she says. Thank you. Thank you. That is so sweet. I'll put it in the video. It's fine. So let's talk about the build right now. There's many items you can go for. Let me first talk about what items you can go for and what you have to keep in mind when buying items. First things first, always Ionian Boots of Lucidity. I don't care what game you are in, always Ionian Boots. Zilean has extremely strong abilities. You don't really care about doing damage or anything like that. You want to use your abilities as often as you can. So Ionian Boots of Lucidity. Next up about the items. A few things to take into consideration. Zilean skills with AP. However, Zilean also works really well as a tank. But I would say you would always want to mix AP with tank. One really good item on Zilean would be a Redemption. Because, walking around your team, healing them with Redemption is of course great. And the mana that it gives you is really, really good. Frozen Heart, extremely powerful too. Zilean already slows enemies and speeds up allies. And then with the Frozen Heart, you're further gonna slow their attack speed, which is very powerful against high attack speed champions. Obviously, Protector's Vow, very, very good item as well, in combination with a Redemption, because this scales with health. However, let's now talk about oh yeah, I got to go to the support items. I don't recommend the Ziggs Convergence, just not worth it. Imperial Mandate is really, really good if your team is lacking damage. You have many ways to proc Imperial Mandate. Your third ability also procs Imperial Mandate because it slows enemies. So you have many ways to proc it with your first ability and with your third ability, which is of course very easy to use. Get this as your first or second item if your team is lacking damage. Harmonic Echo if you want healing. Ardent Sensor also very, very powerful, and I would say almost every game you would want to go for this realistically if you're playing with a strong ADC. Because Ardent Sensor plus your second ability with the increased projectile speed is going to be a disaster for the enemy to deal with. About the runes, Glacial Augment is really good if you want to slow them more and reduce their damage with the Glacial Augment. Arcane Comet I would only suggest if you want to bully the enemy in lane. And only go for Arcane Comet if you buy a lot of AP items. So if you go for like a Harmonic Echo and an Ardent, or like if you go Imperial Mandate, Ardent Sensor and Harmonic Echo and whatnot, then the Arcane Comet is actually going to be better. I suggest the Precision runes because Font of Life Bone Plating is really good, and Overgrowth. And then over here, Mana Flow Band. Unless you go Redemption. If you go Redemption, then you can actually get away with Transcendence for even lower cooldowns. And then for the spells, you go Flash and Heal, or Ignite if you want to be aggressive. And yeah, that's going to be it for the video. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next Wild Rift video. Bye bye.